back to another reaction. I'm AJ Knox, and tonight I'm watching Band of Brothers episode 9. So like I said before, the last episode, it wasn't as intense as the previous episodes in the first like 30 minutes of it, and then it got really intense, less detached in everything when everybody was screaming for their friend, who I thought was going to survive, but ended up not surviving because his face was blown off from a grenade that he set because he was too fast when trying to get to the enemy. And this was just a patrol. It wasn't like a battle that like, you know, back and forth or anything like that. This was just like, let's send these guys out in the middle of the night to get prisoners. And we got a casualty. I mean, I was actually really surprised that we didn't get more, but yeah, I have full faith in the ability of Easy Company. They are absolutely incredible. I have no idea what to expect for these next episodes, but I've read some of the comments and you guys said episode 9 is gonna get me. So yeah, I'm a little afraid for this one, but I'm gonna do it because I've started, so I gotta finish. But so far, this series has been absolutely incredible, and I'm really looking forward to actually seeing the end result. Seeing, you know, all of the guys who we see in the beginning explaining what's happening, like seeing exactly who they are and how their stories end or progress. And yeah, I have gotten so close to these guys, you know, each of them with their individual episodes and really coming together and becoming this band of brothers, you know, becoming this unit that I'm so in awe of, you know, with everything that they are able to do, everything that they've gone through together and apart, you know, and coming together and just doing a damn thing, you know. And yeah, it's intense, but it's a story that needs to be told, you know, and it's absolutely incredibly well done. And yeah, I keep thinking I'm looking forward to it, but also I'm dreading it because I'm so afraid of what's going to happen next. But anyways, less of my rambling, more of watching. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite part of this episode is, and make sure to subscribe for more reactions. Also, make sure to check out my Patreon where you can watch the full-length version of this episode, so you can watch me, watch the show, and we can watch together. So make sure to check that out. It's linked in the description box below. And without further ado, let's get into the show.
They had a job to do the same way as me, so we went about and did the job that we had to do.
A lot of those soldiers, I've thought about this often. That man and I might have been good friends. We might have had a lot in common. You never know. Of course, they were doing what they were supposed to do, and I was trying to do what I was supposed to do. But under different circumstances, we might have been good friends.
I love that they touched base on that. Oh my God, because I've been thinking about that so much within the entire series, especially when Malarkey was talking to that one soldier who was like, yo, I'm from America, you know, my family's from here, I was called in. It's like, you never know, like a lot of these people were just following orders and just like, you know, they're soldiers, they have to, you know. And God, I cannot imagine being the enemy, being seen as this terrible person, but just saying, you know, if this is the case, just saying, I was just doing what I was told. It's intense. So freaking intense. Here we go. Will this episode destroy me? Guys, I'm worried. Jeez, it's giving me Titanic vibes right now. I guess the equivalent of that nowadays would be us playing from our like Bose set on our iPhones. Playing music from there. There's nothing like live music though, especially in a situation like this.
You grab the chicken and I'm gonna grab the eggs. Yeah, great. Come on, chicken. All right, this thing bites me, Frank, I swear I'll shoot it.
I don't know why it reminds me of Zelda, the cuckoo.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Hey, come on. I just want to talk to you.
I mean, if I were a German civilian, I'd be pretty terrified as well. How could you trust anyone?
So what happened? No dice with the Fräulein?
No dice. She smacked me in the mouth.
Good. Come on. Is that Tom Hardy? What? Oh my God, he looks like a baby.
Where's my stop?
I thought I'd leave it over there, sir.
I love these moments that they add to it, just to lighten up the mood. We need that.
Congratulations. You're probably the only man in the 101st with 3 combat stars over his jump wings.
Not bad for someone who's never fired his weapon in combat, huh?
Really? Really, you've never?
Nope.
Flashback to Winters being a badass.
What do you think I should write to these parents, Dick?
You tell them what you always tell them. Their sons died as heroes.
You really still believe that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
It's interesting what you tell the people versus like what really happened. It's to lighten the blow, you know. Can't say what you really feel.
So when do you think we're gonna jump into Berlin, see some real action?
You're in a rush?
No? Oh, I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, why don't you do us all a favor? Don't think. Damn replacements.
Oh gosh, replacements get no respect. They're just so happy and excited to be there, and the other guys are like, just shut the fuck up. Oh, poor guy. He's just so excited.
Do you understand that this is the best part of fucking what I've seen? I got hot chow, hot showers, warm bed. I even got to wipe my ass with real toilet paper today. So quit asking about when you're gonna see some action, will you? And stop with the fucking love songs.
I mean, putting things into perspective, it's not pretty, but gotta say something. Be nice now, though. Let's get more alcohol. Not a care in the world. Oh, man. I mean, honestly, I'd be over it, too.
Kathy's divorcing me.
I'm sorry.
She's taking everything. She's taking the dog. It's not even her dog.
Oh, I really hope this doesn't affect him in battle. No. Why would you send a letter like that, man? Especially if someone's been to war for 2 freaking years. Oh my god, so morbid. Such a cheerful, you know, song, and then you hear the lyrics. It's so sad in so many of these moments when they're having like a cheerful, sing-songy moment or just having a good time. I always kind of expect them to be like shot at that moment because it keeps happening. So sad.
Why are we fighting the war, Janovic? It seems that the Germans are bad. Very bad. You don't say.
This is why we fight.
Bitte, was machen Sie denn hier?
She's got 5 minutes.
Was hat er gesagt? Was hat er gesagt?
Oh wow, they're like kicking people out of their houses. What? I thought they were going to empty places. Ooh, holy crap. What a sight to see.
You ignorant, servile scum! What the fuck are we doing here? Huh?
God, man. He's so jaded now.
Why the hell are you so jumpy, boy?
I'm not jumpy. I'm fine.
Shit. Can hear your heart pounding in Arkansas, boy.
Hey, George. Kind of reminds you of Bastogne.
Just thinking the same thing.
Except, of course, there's no snow. We got warm grub in our bellies. And the trees aren't fucking exploding from crowd artillery, but yeah, other than that, it's a lot like Bastogne.
Right?
Bull, smack him for me, please. Thank you.
Yeah, like, don't remind me, man. That was brutal. What the fuck? Let's forget about Bastogne. I mean, not forget about it, but, you know, just never go back. Wow. Set deck is so good. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful. Decor is just, I want it. Wow. Okay. Could have been no bueno.
Sure is quiet.
Don't say that. Stop. No. You know when they say something's like something and then it becomes that thing? I wish they had like full-on bodysuits or something. It's just so exposed. And there's no way they'd be able to walk around with them, but... they see?
Come on, you see any of the officers?
Yeah, Major Winters is right in there.
Tell me what you saw.
I don't know, sir. I don't know.
What? Concentration camp, maybe? Do they not know about that? Oh, wow. This is interesting. Wow. Oh, my God. What are they gonna do?
All right, boys. These people need care. Give them water and any spare rations you might have. Grab me some blankets, quick.
Man. They're like skeletons. Oh, my God.
Ljudi, pomozite. Molim vas, pomozite. Još je živ. Još ga možete spasiti. Sorry. Here, take some water. Vodi.
God, I thought that people could do this to each other. Someone can actually do that to someone else. Convince a whole group of people to do something like that. The name of this episode was definitely appropriate. This is why we fight. Truly, you know, they can see for themselves what those years were for. And yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that.
Ich bin kein Nazi. Ich bin kein Nazi.
Not a Nazi. My mistake, you fat fucking prick. Or are you gonna tell me that you never smelled the fucking stench?
Ich verstehe nicht, was Sie da sagen.
Webb, he says he doesn't know what the hell you're talking about.
And that's the thing. It's like one of those things where it's like, did people truly know? Were people just saying, it's not my problem, so I'm not going to do anything? Is it really an ignorance thing? Jeez.
We need to stop giving these men food right now. We give them too much to eat too quickly, they'll eat themselves to death. Keep them in the camp till we can find a place for them in town. We need to keep them centralized so we can supervise their food intake and medical treatment until we find someplace better.
It's a crying ass chamber. Let's get it done.
Yes,
sir. I'm not getting any more than you guys.
I'm glad that they have someone regulating it because it's exactly what I was thinking. They're eating way too fast. It's gonna mess them up.
Achtung bitte! Sie müssen wieder ins Lager zurück. Es ist nur für eine kurze Zeit.
There's nowhere else to go. Guys. God, it's so heartbreaking. It's like, where else are you gonna go, you know? God, they're getting me with this episode. Oh my God. It was so intense. Jeez. No, he looks like he's spiraling right now. God, I hope he'll be okay. And now they see, and now they know. Yeah, this is what happens when you ignore things, when you don't speak up, when you don't see what's happening right in front of you or right around you. Suffer the consequences, as you should. Yeah, your suffering is nowhere near what theirs is, though, or was. Yeah, what now, lady? Ah, this was the first scene. 1 month later.
Hitler's dead. Shot himself in Berlin. We have orders to Berchtesgaden. We're gonna move out 1 hour.
Why? The man's not home.
At least it's almost over. It's interesting that he said it so casually, you know? I was expecting there to be like more of a group of people that they would tell, you know, Hitler's dead too, not just, oh yeah, and I read that Hitler's dead, you know? But I guess in those times you tell him when you tell him. I guess he knew it wasn't over yet. You know, it's interesting because throughout this series, like, obviously, you know, it's about World War II and everything like that, but you don't actually see it. So it kind of, it's not that it gets lost, but it kind of is in, like, the back burner, like the back of your head. Like, oh yeah, this is about World War II. But, you know, because it's so much about, like, the soldiers and what they're going through, you kind of, or at least I kind of, like, not necessarily forgot, but, like, really didn't think about the fact that this was, like, during the times that Hitler was doing like all of these terrible things and everything. And this was that episode where we saw why we were fighting. This is why we were there, why they were there fighting for with their lives. And you guys were right. This really, truly broke me. I remember learning about World War II in, I think, middle school. And it was like one of the history subjects that I aced because it was just so heartbreaking and so, it's hard to say, but it's so fascinating because it's one of those things where it's like you don't, or at least I don't understand. I could never understand how something like this could happen. Not that it hasn't happened since in other areas and hasn't happened previously or anything like that, but it's such a scary thing because throughout history these types of things have happened, and it's just like, how does someone have such a massive effect on a group of people, an entire nation, to create something of this magnitude, something so horrific that affects so many people and that prompted an entire war to stop. It's just so scary, and it's one of those things where it's like, how can we prevent something like this from happening ever again? Can we, you know, something like that, anything like that? And the effects that it had on so many people, how it destroyed so many people. You see all of these people in these camps and just the emotion of just walking through and seeing them, all of them like pulling on the guys, like, thank you so much, you saved us. All of the anguish, everything in their eyes, in their voices, in their bodies, like they were not even there, they were ghosts, you know? Like, how could anyone do something like that, you know? And it's just like, it's horrifying. It's so hard to even say anything because it's like, I'm just reliving it in my mind, and you know, my voice is cracking just thinking about it. And this was a really good episode. And a really sad one. And obviously a relieving one because they were found and they're being taken care of. But it is truly why we fight and why we fought. And yeah. This was an intense episode. And now in the last episode, we get to see how it all ends. You know, the fact that he so casually said, okay, Hitler's dead, cool, we're on to the next one. It's like, let's see what's next. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to speak properly. You know, let's see who they have to go through next, where they have to weave their way out, how they can weave their way out of everything and just get back home. And I'm assuming that in this episode we get to see who the guys are, you know, the ones they're narrating, you know, who they're being portrayed as, who their characters are, or, you know, it's hard for me to really say what I'm trying to say, but you guys get what I mean. So, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I need to give myself a moment before watching this next episode. I need to give myself a little bit of a breather so I can actually, articulate what I'm trying to say, because I sound like a blubbering fool. But I hope you guys understand this episode really affected me, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.